Hey, what is going on? It's Styler here, and in this video I will review the Elephone P7000 Pioneer, a smartphone with Android 5 Lollipop out of the box and some very good specifications to an affordable price. As always, remember also to check out the video description for more info. So let's have a look at the specifications. Inside the P7000 we find the MTK6752 64-bit octa-core chipset clocked at 1.7 GHz, 3 GB RAM and 16 GB ROM, a 5.5-inch IPS Full HD 1080p display, 13 megapixel Sony rear camera and 5 megapixel front camera, dual SIM and 4G LTE support, USB on the go and OTA wireless update support, and a very good press touch ID sensor on the backside. So all in all, the phone includes some really nice specifications. Okay, let's have a look what you actually get together with the phone. So first of all, you get this quick start guide in English. You get here the wall charger, micro USB cable, and you also get here a normal screen protector and a tempered glass screen protector. Let's just have a look on this one here. So you see it here and you notice it's really thick. And last, you also get this flip cover here. So this is a hard case with a window, so it will show the clock inside here in a circle. Very nice. We see it's branded here with the Elephone logo. So now let us have a look at the phone design. And the design here is very simple and classic. So actually the phone has some black borders around the display. You see it here in the light. And what you notice is that the side border here, in each side here, they are actually a little bit thinner than in the top and the bottom of the screen here. And I think that the Elephone should have done this a little bit more nice, because it doesn't really look that good that these are thick and these are thin. It would just have looked better if they have kept the same thickness and size. So what we see here on the front, we have the 5.5-inch Full HD IPS display. In the top we have the light and proximity sensor together with the ear speaker. We have a front-facing camera on 5 megapixel. You also see below here we have the home button. We will find here the menu and back, but these have no kind of backlight. Only the home button will light up, but it will support different colors, RGB colors, so that's also a nice thing. We see here the microphone here, and below we have something that looks like stereo speakers, but actually the sound will only come out from the right side here. So I think they just made it on both sides because of the design. And you also notice that we have here a very nice metal frame. Looks really good. We have here the volume rocker. So here in the top we find the micro USB port together with the 3.5mm headphone jack. On this side we just have the power button. On the back we find a 13 megapixel Sony camera, and this one should use the IMX sensor. We have here a LED flash, and this one here is pretty strong. We have here support for press touch ID. So this is a fingerprint scanner where you just have to press your finger. Very nice. And you also see that there is some texture here on the back cover. But actually the back cover here is just shiny. And it can get a little bit slippery if you have very sweaty fingers. We also see below here the Elephone logo here in silver. We see here keep expecting and be surprised. We see the CE logo. Overall a very nice phone design. Let me just do a 360-degree turn of the phone. And now to the back side. So I just pulled off the back cover here, and we see the back side here, but there is no kind of NFC. This is just some plastic they attached in the inside of the cover. Okay, and you also see here it's a dual SIM phone. We have SIM 1 here, normal SIM, and SIM 2 here. This is for micro SIM. It also supports TF cards, micro SD cards. We have here again the Touch ID. We have the rear camera and the LED flash. Let's see here, we have the big battery, and this one here should be on 3450 mAh, made in China. We see here 3D sound, so inside here I guess the speaker will be placed. LTE 4G. Okay. Okay, so let us now boot up the phone. And what you see here first is the stock Lollipop lock screen, and the phone also supports off-screen gestures and double tap to wake. So let me just try double tap, and we can see it works. And you can also swipe up to unlock directly. Let's try a V. Yeah, it's also working. Or you can draw a C to start up the camera app. So you can see this is working great. And of course here on the lock screen we also have shortcuts to the dialer and to the camera. So here you can just swipe here to the side and start up the camera directly. And here you see the UI in the stock launcher. And I just installed some additional test apps here, but let's just scroll a little bit here in the UI so you can see the speed, and it's very snappy here. So the phone comes with Android 5 Lollipop out of the box, and I must say it runs pretty good. I haven't really found any serious bugs. Let's try to hold here, widgets. Also fine. And you can see that there is light here in this home button right now in green. Let me just show you here in the settings. Find it here, and you see some settings for the LED light. Let's try to set this to blue. And now you can see the light here is blue. Okay, so next up let me show you here the Touch ID with the fingerprint scanner. So first of all you have to learn your fingers. Let me click here, and you have to place the finger on the back side, and you can see it's learning the fingerprint. Okay, so let us test it out. First of all I will double tap to wake the screen. Then I will place my finger here on the fingerprint scanner. You can see it's working. Let's try again. And again. So you can see it's really good. Works each time here. Let's also try with another finger. Let me try here with this one here, not learned. So it's not recognized here. Doesn't work with this finger. So let's try with this one here again. Yeah, it's working. So this feature here is really great, and the Touch ID here is working really good. Let's have a look on the viewing angles. Let's see here from the bottom of the screen. Very good viewing angle. Here from the side and from the top. Overall really good. Full HD IPS. And let us try out the LCD test. And here in black, no kind of backbleeding. Let's try out the multi-touch test here and let's see. So this is a 5-point multi-touch screen. Next up, let us have a look on the reception and the signal here. So you can see the Wi-Fi reception and the network reception is really good, both in full right now. And I'm using 3G only right now because my SIM card is only supporting the 3G network. But of course this phone here will also support 4G. And in the settings you can choose which SIM slot should use the 4G. So you don't have to put it in SIM 1, you can also put it SIM 2 and just switch around the settings. So that's also a very good thing. So now let me show you here the LEDs, and I will test this in Light Manager. We see it in blue here. Okay, and let us try to change this to red. And here we see it in red. Okay, we can also try in green. Let's see with this one here, cyan. Yeah, it's also working. Very nice. Let me also show you the YouTube app, and with the YouTube app you can actually play in full HD 1080p. Let's just check here. Let me turn down the noise here, and let's see here in quality. Yeah, we see support for 1080p. Very nice here. Let's have a look on the overview here, and this is of course in the Lollipop style here. So see, it's very smooth and fast here. And some few words regarding the vibration in the phone. The vibration in the touch buttons do feel a little short and hard, but I would say it is like in most other China phones. Next up, let us have a look inside the camera app. Okay, so we see it here, and let's see, we have all the normal settings here. Live mode, we have face beauty, panorama, so on. We have here support for HDR, the flashlight and the front facing camera. Let's see here, I have some samples here with the front facing camera. We also see it here. Let's just zoom a little bit here, so you can see the quality is really nice. And for camera samples in full resolution, I will of course provide some in the video description, so don't forget to check these out if you want to see the high-res pictures. Okay, let us try here in the settings. Let us just have a look. We have here the 13 megapixels. So these could be interpolated, but I think the picture is actually doing some great pictures. We have preview size, full screen or 4:3. And here for the video mode, so you have to set this to fine if you want to record in full HD, because high is just in normal HD. Let's have a look here in the details. Let's try here with quick pick and details. We see here the aperture on 2.8, and we also find the color filters here, just like Instagram. So you see the autofocus here is working. try a sample. Let's have a look. Very sharp. So now I'm going to check out the LED flash. I've turned off the light. So you can see the LED here is actually pretty strong here. We are talking about a single LED. There is no dual LED in this phone here, but the single LED is very bright. Let us now have a look in the settings. Let's see here. So we have here SIM cards. Let's just have a look inside here. In more, we have the display. In display you can also here calibrate the G sensor, the proximity sensor. You have S-View cover settings. Then we have here the sound and notification. We have the storage. Storage we see here 12.53 gigabyte. So that's nice. We have all available storage to games and apps. You can also insert SD cards, of course. Then we have here the LED notification. I showed that before. We have here the apps. Let's have a look in the RAM usage. So we see total with all my apps installed, it's 1.4 gigabyte used, and we have 1.2 gigabyte free. But right now I'm also having a lot of apps installed, test apps. Totally we have 3 gigabyte of RAM. Let's see the fingerprint scanner I also showed you before. We have the off-screen gestures, I also showed that. We have security, accounts, location, languages. Let's have a look inside here. So here we have most languages supported. You can just pause the video. Let's see, we have here developer options and about. Let's have a look in about. So here you see the build number. This one here is from 29th May 2015. We see it's Android version 5.0, and of course it also supports wireless update OTA. So next let me show you here the flip cover. Let us just try to attach it. Okay, so we see the clock is activated. Very nice. Can we do anything here? Okay, so we can also get the music player. But as you can see, it is a little bit laggy here, but it does work. Okay, let's try to go into the settings and change to the digital clock. So here you see in digital, try the background. Let's set this to red. Yeah, it's also working. And some info regarding the sound with the earphones. So these are the Xiaomi Piston 2 earphones, and the sound quality is really great with these, with the phone, and also the volume is good and loud. So there are no issues using headphones with this phone here. Let us also try out the USB on the go. So I have here the USB cable. Let's try to connect it here. So let's see if it's found. Yeah, so it is found here as external USB storage. Let's see in File Manager, we have it here. Let's check out the pictures on the USB stick here. Very nice. And let me just try here the music player again. So the sound is only coming out of this speaker here, not this one here. Let me try here to hold my finger on this. So it's of course not as good as Samsung or HTC, far from, but in my opinion a little bit better than on other China phones in the same price class. And now let us try out a test call.
Listen to your messages. Press 1.
So this is the proximity sensor.
Personal options. Press 2. You have 0 new messages. 1 saved messages. To listen to today's messages.
Let's try out the earpiece.
To listen to your new messages, press 2.
Okay, so you can hear the sound here is clear and loud. So now I'm going to run some different test apps and a game. I will turn off for the background music a little, so check it out. So here you see the live GPS test I made outside, and I just recorded this as a small film here so you can see it. See here the fix, and now it's found the satellites. We see 14 seconds to get a fixed time. We see support for cloners here and normal satellites. Now there are 12 in use. And let me change the settings here to metric so we can see it in meters also. And it's going to get a new 3D fix. Okay, and this time we can see only 5 seconds. Again, we see cloners and normal satellites. So you can see the accuracy is down to 6 meters right now, but it can drop down to 4 or 5 actually also. So the GPS is average, I would say. Not the best, but also not the worst I have seen. Let's check out the compass. So you can see the compass is working here. Of course you have to calibrate it first by swinging around the phone in a 8. But it's working great here.
Shouldn't we go to the police? Frank's trying to kill me.
The cops are on Frank's payroll, just like the rest of this town.
Just drive, kid. We'll worry about Frank later.
I gotta get me one of these. Handles like a dream.
It may not be a Galapino, but it'll bust threading police blockades. Head north, straight.
Congratulations, kid. You're a rising star on Vegas's most wanted list.
Catch.
At least I won't die sober.
Okay, so let me now tell you about the pros and cons that I have found on this phone. So first to the pros. It has a very fast CPU, a lot of RAM, and overall good for games. The Press Touch ID on the back works excellent, but because it is on the back side, it is a little bit harder to use than on the Elephone P Touch, where it is on the front. It has a very simple classic phone design in an acceptable size. It is a little bit smaller than the Elephone P Touch, and I find that to be a good thing. It comes out of the box with Android 5 Lollipop with OTA wireless update support. The battery life is pretty good, and with the Geekbench 3 battery test I got very close to 9 hours on-screen time and 4500 in battery score, but it also depends a lot of what firmware you use, as Elephone are constantly trying to optimize this. It has a pretty good camera with Sony IMX sensor, and videos can be recorded in full HD. Pictures and videos are overall in a good quality. So regarding the cons are that it has no kind of smart features or air gestures. only off-screen gestures seems to be supported. The touch buttons, menu and back have no backlight, there is only light in the home button. The Touch ID scanner is on the back and not so easy to use as if it was placed on the front. The black border in the top and bottom of the screen are thicker than the ones in the sides. That doesn't look nice, it would have looked better if they have kept the same thickness and size. Also the screen brightness could be a little bit better, but Elephone are currently still working on this, so there may come a future fix for that. I think it's also something to do with that the battery life still have to be good. I actually tried another ROM build from early May, and with the older ROM the screen brightness was actually much better, so it is definitely controlled by the software. That's it for the review. Remember also to check out my blog. You'll find the link in the video description. If you have any questions, please comment below, give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks for watching. See ya.